What up, YouTube? Look, I'm about to take y'all straight to the whiteboard, get straight to it, and do exactly what I do. Y'all know what time it is. Lock in. Make sure y'all don't skip nothing. Watch it all. Make sure you comment below. Talk to me. Let me hear from you. Let's get straight to it. Run it. Today, I'm going to give you 10 reasons on why you're not a millionaire quite yet. Number one, I'm getting straight to it. You guys refuse to use something called leverage. Leverage, right? Leverage is when you use somebody else's money to help you get a loan. Like the bank would be leverage, okay? So we only put 20% down opposed to putting 100% down. Everybody's worried about having all the money together, right? Getting all the money so you can do the deal. You don't even need all the money. You need to be able to use leverage. And you're not thinking outside the box. This is one reason why you're not a millionaire, okay? Using leverage is important. Number two is tax laws. You guys refuse to use the tax laws into your advantage. Why? Because you probably have a job. And when you have a job, it's hard to use tax laws into your advantage because they tax the regular everyday employee before he even gets his paycheck. There are really no loopholes for the everyday employee. So that's something you need to think about when you're getting a job. This is another reason why, again, tax laws is the reason why you're not quite rich yet. You're not able to use those levers, right? Number three is going to be, you guys got to know the difference between gambling versus investing, okay? You guys need to write these 10 down, by the way, too. You guys got to understand gambling versus investing. Gambling, you guys think if you put your money in a stock and close your eyes, you're investing. Well, you're not. You're gambling. Let me tell you why you're not. You're gambling because you don't understand that stock's position. You don't understand its spreadsheet. You're just gambling. You're just throwing your money blindly. You're just saying because you like the name of the product or the stock or whatever it may be or whatever you may be getting into. That's gambling. You're just throwing money into something that you're not quite sure of yet. You know, you don't have any education on. That's gambling. Investing is when you get education on something and it makes it a more of a for sure thing. You actually get educated on it, you understand it, and then you can use your education as an advantage to make money. Something you're not quite there yet to do yet. I'd write all these down, guys. Number four is going to be, you guys have your problem is you have a long-term plan and it's a 401k. It's a long-term, the rich, we think long-term, but we don't think long-term like this. You guys are thinking long-term like a job, 401k, long-term 40-year investing plan. I got 5 and 10-year plans. I don't have a 100-year plan, man. What would I have a 50, 60-year plan for? To retire when I'm 65? That doesn't make sense. This is why you got to change that mind frame and stop thinking like the 99%ers. This is how they think. And this is why you're not rich yet. Because you're thinking of too long of a term of a plan, right? You're thinking about when you're retiring at 60, 70 years old. Man, you need to be thinking about the next 5 years, 10 years, those plans. What are you going to do there? Can you retire then? And this is why I'm already retired into real estate because I didn't wait on all this stuff. I'm not waiting 65 years for this shit, 70 years for this. So you got to be thinking about this stuff. All right, guys? Another thing is going to be a job. You guys know, like I know, you should know by now. See, my marker's messed up, guys. I got to get a new marker one day, right? Anyway, but see, I'm not worried about the little stuff. I'm worried about the real stuff. You guys are working a job, okay? You're working a day job, and that's what's keeping you from being rich right there. And you say, oh, but I got to feed my family. I got to do this. So does everybody else. Don't worry. That's okay. They found ways to make it work, right? You have to find ways to have side hustles after work, and then you can quit the job. You got to put these little pieces together and think harder and stop being so negative-minded. It's another reason why you're not rich. I didn't even put that on the 10 of the list. That's just, motivational mind frame type things. You got to stay, cognitive of. But you guys are working jobs, man, and you're thinking about a long-term 401k plan. 4 goes with 5. You guys are thinking about a long-term 401k plan and 65 years. And in all reality, the rich don't work for money. So you can't have a job and be rich at the same time. It just don't work like that. Okay? Because This is about valuing freedom, time, passion, things like that, not money. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you make $1 million a year at your job, you're not rich. Why? Because the rich don't work for money. It's about the function of time. You understand? So when we say that, take it with a grain of salt. Understand where we're taking that to. Okay, it's just it's a fact. The rich don't work for money. If you're rich, you understand how to make money with you know how to make money with money opposed to with your labor. Okay. So once you transition, the day you transition, whenever you transition from out of that job, that's when you can start getting rich. Till then, you got the job mind frame, the 401k plan mind frame, the gambling mind frame. You just want to buy a stock and run. You got the you're not using any tax laws because you got a job. And in a job, you can't use the tax laws. And then leverage. You're not using leverage. You're thinking that you got to come up with all the money, everything, every time, and do it all yourself. No, leverage could even be using one of your family members. Okay, they don't got money. Use the bank. They don't got money. Well, guess what? What else are you guys doing? Credit. Credit. You need to get your credit up so you can leverage, right? Credit and leverage so you can leverage. And credit is like just being you just got to be an upstanding citizen and pay your debts back, man. Okay? If you got anything that you need paid off, you need to pay it off. This is the reason why you're not rich. I had to, sometimes you have to get rid of that old life. I had to get rid of my whole old life, pay off all my old debts, get out of all my old troubles, right? Then I could move on and go get rich. A lot of you are just too far back in life and you got so many things piled up that you're not taking care of over here. It's just a big garbage bag full of stuff you guys are just not taking care of. And all these little checkpoints, all these little things need to be taken care of at some point in time. Before you move on in life and go make money, okay? You need to take care of all this stuff right here first. That's the whole goal of this. It's one step at a time, maintaining your mind, maintaining your creativity to be able to make money as well. And that's why you don't want to spend too much money at this job or too much time at this job, rather, because it's taking your creativity. Okay. And again, let's get back to 6, credit. You got to have credit. Okay. Credit is important to be able to use that leverage so you don't have to do this all yourself. Okay. And you can start understanding. Another thing is education, guys. 7 is education. Listen, I'm not talking about that kind of education like to spell education because I probably didn't even spell education right. But this is the education I have. It's a real estate education. Okay, this is not who can fucking spell the best. This isn't a goddamn spelling contest. I don't get paid for that. I don't care about this shit. Okay, listen, I'm worried about getting to the money, getting to the point of adding value more than I am money. So I know once I add value, I get the money. I think that's another big misconception you guys have is like you guys are running to the money and I'm running to value. I'm just going to help people out until somebody opens up their wallet and says, boom, hey man, pay that guy for that. You know to pay him for that. It's not even a question. I don't have to ask for the money. You already know that that's a service worth paying for and you pay. That's how much value I want to add before I start asking for money. You see, things you guys want to think about. Think about as we move forward. Make sure you write these down so you understand the reason why you're not rich yet. You go back over this checklist in 6 months and say, man, have I fixed any one of these things? Dog, you know what I'm saying? Have I fixed anything? Have I done anything? It's a question you got to ask yourself, right? Have I done anything? You go back to this list and say, have I done anything? And then you'll know. Have I fixed any one of these things? Okay? That's what you guys got to start thinking about. Number 8, you guys are worried about money. I'm worried about value. We talked about this just now. I'm worried about adding value. You're worried about money. So that's my mind frame. I'm not thinking about actually building the business to make money. I'm building it to help as many people as I can out. And then in turn, I'll get the money. If my mind keeps thinking like that and not chasing just the money, because if I'm just chasing the money, you could also get, you could also be, have some misconduct in there. If you're just chasing money, people have been known to falter on their quality because they're just chasing the money. They just want to deliver it, get it delivered. Things halfway, not even put together yet, and you want to deliver it because you're just chasing the money. Well, the business folds up because the entrepreneur is chasing money instead of the quality of the product or the quality of the service and making sure that actually hits. That's number 1. So don't get sidetracked and keep that in mind as you move forward. I think the biggest thing, guys, is number 9 is going to be the price of saying I can't. The price of saying I can't. The price of saying I can't. Now, how much do we hear this? Like every other comment I get here. Oh, but I live in Canada. I can't. I can't. Everything is I can't with you guys. Listen, the price of saying I can't is the price of your life. It's the price of everything. Stop using that word I can't. Just don't use the word anymore. Say maybe use a different choice of dictionary, please. Okay? Because if you keep saying that I can't, then it is what it is. You're never going to try either because you already got it in your mind you can't. You are what you say you are. It's just a word, and guess what? You're just using that word, and it's hurting you, actually. And you guys have to understand the price of saying the word I can't is the price of your life. It's the price of everything. Just stop using the word completely. Don't worry about it because somebody can, and they're not going to say I can't. They're going to figure it out. Just because I couldn't do it doesn't mean somebody else can't. Doesn't mean I can't get it done, right? Just because I couldn't actually go do the maneuver myself doesn't mean somebody else doesn't know. I couldn't pay somebody to do it or whatnot. So sitting here saying I can't is going to cost you your business. It's going to cost you your life. And this is why you're not a millionaire yet. You're sitting around, you're in the dumps thinking about being sitting here contemplating, hating on your own self, being derogatory and very unconfident with yourself. And that's the reason why you're not a millionaire yet. And this is why this should be on the top of the list, by the way, because the price of saying I can't is a price that you can't afford to pay. You can't afford to pay that price. So you guys got to stop using them words and stop saying it like that and stop being like that, because with yourself, you're killing yourself at the end of the day. And you wonder why you're not where you at, because it's internal before it's external. You trying to go, how you going to go spread good love and good faith outside somewhere, and you ain't even got it inside yourself yet? It's something you should think about, something you should consider. So it's the tweaks, the little tweaks a lot of times, especially to start off. It's not $1 million not going to come raining out the sky. You need to start thinking out the box and start doing little tasks, little things at the beginning to get to where you got to go. You got to start doing one little step a day. It's not just one big boom, aha moment. Okay, so you start with the little mind frame things, and then you work your way up and you work your confidence up. Because if you keep saying I can't, you ain't got no confidence. I don't care how much of how confident you may believe you are, think you are, or whatnot. But if you continue to say that, your confidence has got to be low. And so you got to change that and get that changed around, because you ain't gonna make no money with low confidence, because you ain't gonna be able to close the deal. Okay. Another reason, number 10. Is liabilities. We all know this. Half of y'all got a new car. It might be just a Kia, but it's a new car. You didn't need it. You probably spent 20 grand on it and only needed to spend 5. All you need is a reliable car. Instead you're trying to show off for your friends. You go buy every new Jordan that comes out every week. Every new pair of shoes, $200, Dion's, all of them. You buy them all. You wonder why you're not where you're at, where you want to be at in life. Listen, a lot of the stuff you're killing yourself. You got all the new jeans, you got the new shoes, you got everything you want. You got the new jewelry, new Rolex. You out here, faking, but you ain't got no property. You got to understand the difference. You buying too many liabilities and not enough assets. That's what's killing. It kills you every time. You guys have to understand, man, this shit ain't for the weak-hearted. And you can buy liabilities, but guess what? When I buy liabilities, I buy assets first to pay for my liabilities. I don't work a job and then go buy a new sports car. It's just, that's my liability. That's my job paying for my liability. And this is why you continue to work until you're dead, because you got to just keep working and working and working for all your stuff. When in turn, a businessman with a big business is letting his business run and keep running and keep running. When he turns 65 or 75, he doesn't need a retirement plan, because he has a business that continues to run at 65, at 75, at 85, at 95. The business keeps running. The business get passed on. The job can't get passed on. So it's important to not buy liabilities with the money that you do have and buy assets with them, especially early on when you guys are just working a day job. You might be making $20 an hour at a warehouse. I done it all. Trust me. I stack my money up every week. I stay down to come up. And that's what it takes at the end of the day. Diligence, and being trendy, quick, swift, smart with everything that you do, Man, listen, man, I hustle hard as you know what. Man, make sure y'all subscribe. Get at me. Make sure y'all, man, I got school coming up pretty soon, man. Make sure y'all comment in the comments below, school, so we can get this thing running. Let's go. Get it.